You guys looking for a podcast? Well, this ain't no ordinary podcast. This is the Three Bells Podcast. With Triple J. Yeah! Mundo. What? And Shane O'Mac. Acknowledge me. Coming to you live each and every Monday night from Monday Night Raw, Tuesdays with NXT, and Friday Night SmackDown, featuring WWE PPVs, news, and more. So tune in live and follow the buzzards. And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you.
Yeah, it's your boy Main Event Triple J, now live on stereo for that Three Bells Podcast NXT Recap Great American Bash Night 2. Everybody, whew, what a show we was delivered tonight. And I'm joined tonight by my guy, Shane O'Mac. Shane, how we feeling?
Here comes the money.
Here we go. You gotta excuse me, everybody, for after what we had just witnessed on tonight's episode of NXT. I'm a bit lost of words. So it's going to take a minute for me to collect myself, and you'll find out why as we talk about tonight's episode as to why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. But Jay, I'm here, and we're here to talk about NXT. Happy Tuesday to everybody. Jay, what's good, man?
What's going on? I'm ready. You ready? Do us the honors.
So we're all ready, so let's do it. For this is Three Bells Podcast, everybody.
Whew. Whew. What a night we got, Shane. What a night. They open us tonight with our usual from last week. You know, they let us know what's going on. And, you know, the Hank and Tank opening and every match that was involved. And it leads us into an opening match where we have Pete Dunne versus Trick. Bro. What I said, bro. What I said. This shit is crazy, Shane. Crazy.
It was a crazy match. You're talking about Trick Williams, headliner, championship. Trick Williams versus crazy ass Pete Dunne, the guy that likes to grab the fingers and twist them every which way and stomp on your elbow, and he was doing all of that, man. There was the whole slap fest that was going on. There was It kind of looked like, it reminded me, Jay, of Randy Orton when he catches someone in the air to do an RKO. Because Trick did that to Pete when Pete jumped off the third rope, grabbed him by the neck, and he did that move. I mean, they didn't call it the RKO, but that's exactly what it looked like. That was cool. And there was this flapjack move from Trick off the top rope. That was pretty cool also. But of course, the hardest hit of the whole match, in my opinion, was when Trick landed that hard ass, and that's what I wrote, a hard ass roundhouse kick. And I felt it. I was like, woo. Unfortunately, Pete had a little bit of energy left to kick off from that and deliver the bitter end. And unfortunately for Trick J, Pete Dunne wins.
Bro, when I seen that shit, I kind of already felt that Pete's on another level right now. His mind state is like, look, I'm gonna beat your ass, and I'm gonna do it slowly and methodically. He attacked the hand, the elbow. He was really, like hyperextending the arm, drop kicking the arm, then drop kicking the back. You're like, damn, this little guy's putting it on Paul Trick. But Trick was still trying his best. That kick was good, that roundhouse kick. But so, a lot of his moves, when he did the Booker T leg kicks back to back, that looked kind of
Mhm.
sloppy on my end. The way he was connecting them, I was like, come on, if you're gonna master Booker T's moves, do it a little bit better than that. And that's the only problem that I really have with Trick, as I always say. His move set got to look clean, clean before he could get anywhere.
Mhm.
And he tries. I give it to him. The chop fest was wild that they had, but just Pete was just on another level this fight. I give it to him. Now he goes back to Monday and handle his business with Sheamus.
So
Hopefully.
do you think that Pete is actually how do you say it? Because Pete is, he's angry with Sheamus. So is he taking out that anger on Trick, or is it? Yeah, because he was mad with Sheamus first. Then he
Hmm.
came to NXT. So did he still have that anger from Sheamus and use that anger to punish Trick?
No, I would think so. I would think so because when he got there to NXT was what, like 3 weeks ago, and he was just sitting in the locker room just chilling and kept on overhearing what Trick was saying, and then when Trick decided to want to talk and ask for advice, he was like, find it yourself. And so he basically beat his ass to the point where Trick really needs to find it himself. What is he doing
Hmm.
wrong to lose? What is he doing wrong to lose?
I don't know. Maybe he's not 100% mentally there. Maybe he's still like in his feelings in terms of still trying to go for that NXT championship. Maybe he's selling, or maybe he is
He's
how do you call it,
overthinking.
not only overthinking with the title, but underestimating. That's it. Thank you. Underestimating uh, Pete and what he is capable of doing. Like, did he see or not see what we saw tonight? Has he ever seen Pete Dunne in the ring?
Mm-mm.
Because if he did, he would have
Mm-mm.
known that what we had tonight is what he should have expected coming had he had thought about his opponent rather than thinking about, oh, I'm just going to whoop this guy's ass and then I'm going to focus on, Ethan Page to get my title back. Because that was his whole attitude. This is just, this is
Right.
just a guy, that I just need to remind him as to who I am. Yeah, I'm going to be in this road to try to get my title back, but okay, I'm gonna take a time out for that and I'm gonna show this guy, what I'm about. But
But it seems like somebody just took your spot. Now, now,
mm-hmm.
now you go a little bit lower. If there was such thing as rankings, he drops now. Pete just went over
Mm,
him, literally just jumped right over him.
wow. So what does this mean for Trick then? Does this mean that there's going to be a part two with him and Pete, or is he still going to continue to talk smack to try to get to Ethan?
I think Trick losing is gonna have him want revenge. He's gonna probably come out next week pissed off, and it's gonna probably call him out again. Like
Mm-hmm.
this wasn't supposed to happen this way. I wasn't
Mm-hmm.
focused and such.
Right,
Pete's
right.
gonna
Like,
Pete's gonna probably tell him like, no, you don't deserve to get your ass beat again. Fight somebody else, and then come back to me when you're done finding what you need to find.
mm, right, because it's like, okay, what's your excuse? You know, like you guys fought fair, square, 1-on-1, mano y mano,
Mm-hmm.
and he was that one step over you. And you know, like you said, there was a couple spots where Trick was a little not perfect, and that could have been a downfall for him.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know, one thing about Pete, not only is he like technically he's brutal, but he sees the moment, and all it takes is a second, and he catches it. The next thing you know, your hand is looking like, you know, like it was smashed by a hammer, by a Bugs Bunny hammer. So
How many times did he stomp his hands out or stomp his elbow? He was
good
bro.
grief, it was like
I,
I'm surprised.
it was like it was the left hand. Then he went to the right hand. Then he said, "Fuck it, let me stomp on both of them now." Boom! And I'm like, yo,
Just brutal, man, brutal. Let's say
so
congratulations to Pete. Yeah, and
yeah,
Trick. I don't know what
Trick.
to say, dog.
It seems like the veterans are always gonna come and outshine the youngins. Like, look, we got to teach you teach you that you got to be on this level in order to get where I'm at. So if I got to
Mm-hmm.
come down and give you a little lesson as to why I'm in the big leagues, here goes the test. That's why I look at who they put against Trick nowadays. Because when they had that fatal four way, Spears was in it. So we're getting veteran presence around Trick a lot. He has to capitalize.
Mm-hmm.
Really does. If he doesn't capitalize, he's always going to be stuck in NXT. He was a member of the 2.0 team, got transitioned over, and is now with this team. Bro, come on, other guys are out, taking, going above you now. Has to be a point. We know you got the fans. You could get a loud pop, but can you get over with your move? This is what's gonna hold you up until before you get called up. Melo's
Mm.
gonna be on the Melo's gonna be on the roster a year and a half, maybe two, waiting for you to come up. Like, nah, you gotta shape it up, and hopefully they keep on throwing just veterans at him. Maybe when he talks next week, maybe Pete steps to the side and someone else comes and challenges him. Keep him with fresh opponents every time.
And each opponent is a vet, pretty much.
Yeah, yeah. And I would put it like that.
Hmm.
Hmm. Something to think about.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Cool, cool. Uh, you see on the clips, Lawan left a couple messages.
I see. I see. Someone watched NXT.
It's looking like it may be time for Trick to turn heel soon, man. All these losses he's been taking, man. But this was a good match for him. It definitely helps him try to get into the main roster, find somebody like Pete Dunne who's already on the main roster. Also, shout out to the Three Bells podcast, Triple J, Shane O'Mac, Mundo. He's not here today. Probably trying to catch his flight back. But shout out to everybody. I apologize for missing Raw. I had the slightest crazy headache yesterday. I believe my pressure was up, but it's good to be back and hearing you guys live.
Hope you feel better, my guy.
Yeah, same here, Lawan. Shout out to you, Lawan. Couple of things that he mentioned, Jay. Well, first off, um, just a side note for those of you who are wondering, Mr. Mundo, our CEO, aka Mr. AKA, like Lawan says, yeah, he just contacted us, let us know that he finally got his flight because his flight was delayed due to like the weathers back here and down in Florida. So he should be boarding right now. Hopefully he'll be home and him and his family will be okay. And once he settles down, it'll be Friday and he'll be able to host our Friday Night SmackDown, Jay. But the good news is that that he finally got his flight. So that's awesome news. He's very excited. Everybody's very happy about that. And
So that
back
was a
to
long
what
day thing.
very long. Very long. I don't know what that feeling is, but praying for everybody. Praying for all of them. So Lawan mentioned Trick going heel. I mean, who would he heel on? If that makes sense. Like, what would be the reason why he heals? Like, is he a heel because of the loss? Does that turn him heel? And how would he show that? You understand what I'm saying, Jay? Like, what would be the thing that would make him snap? Who would make him snap? Like, the only person that immediately comes to my head that he will snap on is Mr. Evans.
Young OG.
Mm-hmm. He will be
because you know what it is.
If he snaps on him, then absolutely, that would be a interesting heel turn.
I would think Trick hasn't mastered how to fully be a good guy yet, because as much as the crowd hypes him up and everything, he got to get them more into who he is as a character. You know, when he talks on the mic and he says his little punchlines and everything, he got to keep on hitting and hitting and hitting and hitting. You know, that could be one other thing that he's missing besides his in ring capability. So if he's gonna do a heel turn, as you and Dez would be saying, there has to make sense.
Absolutely.
Because there's too many heels on the NXT roster too. Not too many good guys after these past couple of weeks that we've been seeing. There's a million heels.
that seems to be the thing. Like, it seems to be a cool thing to be a heel, because in real life these are like, you know, like everybody is mad cool and friendly. So I guess it's fun for them to play a heel and say and do things that they wouldn't say and do in real life.
To me, it's like they're hybrids. They're hybrid wrestlers. They're trying to like incorporate the old school and, you know, Razor Ramon bad guy, but I could still be like there's a good guy. You know, I kind of see that trend trying to follow if that's the case with a guy like Trick. Like, okay, fine, you could hate me this way, but like me the other way. But how about if I mix both? You still gonna fuck with me? You still gonna let me whoop that Trick when I'm here? That's what I want. That's what I would want to see with Trick. If that's the case,
I
can
mean,
I
but
catch a
everybody,
catch a rage against a certain opponent, even if the person was a bad guy? Beat his ass, even if you lose. Like he could have when him Pete beat him up and he rolled out and lost. Why not catch a rage and just go right after him and just beat his ass with a chair? You know, start the process early against a heel rather than do it against a good guy. Let the good guy confront you in the locker room. and then you'd be like, oh fuck, you got a problem with it? That I did this, that I did that. That's what I would want to see, also from Trick. Someone
Mhm.
force him to turn that way.
Right, right.
But so many
Because
losses, it's gonna make that happen.
I hear you. I can see that. I can see that. But he just gets so mad at himself and blames the person that he lost to, even if it's a bad
Hmm.
guy, and he just passes out from there. But it's Trick though. He has the song. Whoop that Trick. He has the chant. I mean, not everybody can be a bad guy. I mean, we gotta have balance, don't we? I mean, we gotta have our good guys, our baby faces,
All
and we
right.
gotta have the bad guys. We always gotta have a Joker and a Batman. We can't have two Batmans or two Jokers.
True. True.
So it's like, yeah, I understand, that Miz probably wants to be a bad guy, but you're one of the faces of the company. You have to be a good guy. Cody has to be a good guy. Trick has to be a good guy. Who else? Joe Hendry. He has to be a good, favorable guy. His song is like the top of the charts. Would that be the case if he was a bad guy?
Oh God.
Can you imagine?
Joe Hendry.
But yeah, this should be, I'm like, with the way WWE is operating, who knows what we're going to get from Trick next week, or if we even see him next week.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
He has to regroup.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely tonight. Definitely has to have him like fall back and really reevaluate and go, okay, we got to do something here.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right. Good luck to
So,
your.
after this, we got a quick little barbecue, Hank and Tank barbecue to show us in the background, and it was just I don't know, a lot of sorts in the back, just weird. But
Very.
they want to have this stupid ass barbecue eating wing contest between Stevie and Stone. I'm like, oh God, Jesus Christ, why?
Why? Why? And
Why?
did you see what I asked you in the chat?
All I saw that, yeah, you said to skip this. Like, that's all I saw was skip it.
Right. I asked you, let me see if yeah, because I saw it. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, do we have to talk about this segment? I said,
No,
this is so silly.
it was retarded. I did not get it. It felt like some old school SmackDown Thanksgiving episode where they all in the back just having partying and stuff. I was like, oh God,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is
But this one, for some reason, it was just weird. Like, at least with that one, it was entertaining because
right.
it made sense and it was more relatable, I guess. And as opposed to this, it just seemed so campy and so team ish. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Team.
yeah, like a team would, type of, short story or something like that. It was just weird. I don't know. Yeah.
Oh my God. And this leads us into our second match of the night for the ladies North American Championship, where we got Tatum Paxley versus Kalani Jordan. And it's good to hear Mr. Good Old Mike Rome announce this one. Whew. So prior to that match, we get to hear from Mr. All Ego in the back, and he wants an ice pack. He's talking his talking.
We can hear him.
Frazier. Oh, we can? Really?
Yeah, let's go back and hear him. Yeah, he's talking. Let's hear him.
This ice bath, I'm going to need it like 1 degree warmer than usual. I just have very sensitive skin, so I need you to make sure.
Good luck tonight, champ.
1 degree warmer ice.
1 second. I'm sorry. Did you just
That's so
wish me
stupid.
luck? Frazier, I certainly don't need any luck, especially with how talented I am. But you, sir, might need a smidge of luck, considering your tag team partner got pinned by MSK.
Yes. Yes, he did. But
Yeah.
you know a little something about getting pinned, don't you? It's kind of your forte right now.
Okay, that will not be happening tonight. But you know what, Frazier? Why don't you find out who actually walks out of Bash with their titles? And instead of wishing the champ good luck, shouldn't you be more worried about where your tag team partner is?
Good one. No, seriously, where the hell is he?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the ego versus another ego.
Did Frazier just throw himself into a main event title shot by talking like that?
That's what that seemed like.
Man, he better not. Accent better not get mad. They better not. They always get mad at each other for doing this shit, taking these one-on-ones. They
Well, because
always do this.
it seems like they're doing it behind each other's backs.
Yeah. You can take a one-on-one. I'm gonna take a one-on-one. You know what? I'm gonna go on this show. I'm gonna go on that show. Then you know what? We get a tag team together and act like nothing happened.
Mm-hmm.
These guys, I swear. They are doing what they're supposed to do. So I give it to them. They having a good thing with what they're doing.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, Mr. Frazier. I see you. Let's see what happens. Let's see if this progresses.
Hope so.
So, what were your thoughts on this one with the ladies? Because we've seen over the past couple of weeks how Paxley has been trying to get Kalani to play dollhouse with her, and it hasn't been working. So now we get the outcome of all of that tonight.
Yeah, Tatum, she has a thing with her dolls and a dollhouse and toys. And just like to play with toys, and she likes shiny things, including, Miss KJ's Women's North American Championship, or how it's shining glistens. Jay, did you notice how the crowd was really, really rooting for Tatum?
Yes. They were. I didn't hear many Lonnie chants, but Paxley definitely was getting it.
Mm-hmm. She got a lot of love. I was surprised at that, because I thought Kalani would have gotten more love than Tatum. Understand that Tatum will still have love, but wow, I was shocked that she got more love than Kalani. And it was an interesting match. I'm telling you, this Tatum Paxley, she is a good fighter. I like how she uses her crazy, cynical moves, that cynical aura. She also brings that in the ring when she fights, which is cool, because it looks cool, and then it distracts your opponent, because they're looking at you like, the hell is wrong with this motherfucker? Why is she doing that? And then while they're in that confused phase, that's when Tatum comes and attacks. It is so perfect. I love how she was doing that during this match. And notice, Jay, here comes good old Wendy Chu. Right on cue. She comes out and she's standing there. And I guess because Jay, something happened with Kalani's leg. She had this weird fall. She was about to run up to Tatum, and I guess it was because of her leg. She did this weird move and like fell. So for a second, I was like, wow, did she like really twist her ankle or hurt her leg or something like that? Because we've seen that before. But then the these two announcer guys, they was talking about how Paxley was already on that leg. So yeah, that was weird. And I like the 450 from Tatum. Is that what you call it? Yeah, that was very pretty. That was pretty. The Spanish fly off the top rope, that was cool. And then, of course, it was ended with the frog splash from our champion. And then we get the pin 1, 2, 3. Congratulations.
A la RVD, her idol.
Mm-hmm.
She definitely did her thing with that.
Yeah, all in all, it was a cool match. I liked the match. It was good. It was very good.
No, that submission move that Paxley was doing to her, when she was like hyper extending her leg with her double knees to the back. I was like, what the fuck is this?
I'm
To
surprised you didn't
me?
tap out of that.
Yeah. Bro, that shit look like it hurt. But then again, we think about it, Kalani's a gymnast, so she's stretching out the muscles don't really hurt her.
Yeah, she probably did her a favor. She probably like loosened her muscles, made her nice and relaxed. That's what that was. A good stretch exercise. Yeah. She's like, thank you, girl.
The funny shit also was when Paxley went under the ring and left her the doll and was on the other side of the ring. I said, "Oh my god!" Yeah, that was some wild shit. Because Lonnie was like, let me just take a peek." She took that peek. It was over. It was over for her at that point. But then Wendy Chu comes, and even though Lonnie won, she gave her the doll, and then she yoked her to sleep.
I said, whoa, where did that come from?
There could
It
only be
came out of
one dark.
nowhere.
There could only be one dark person on the show. It's me.
Oh, is that what that is? Because it just came out of nowhere. Because I thought they were cool, because they're so relatable, and they're the only two people that understand each other. That's what I got from the relationship. And then out of nowhere, she just
she's gonna probably tell her, "You deserve that. Maybe you needed to go to sleep."
wow.
Don't take it
Does
the
Wendy
wrong
talk?
way.
Does Wendy talk? Like, does she?
Like a couple of words. She doesn't really talk much.
Oh, so we'll probably get like some symbols as to why she did what she did.
Probably. She's gonna probably have the doll in her hand.
Have the doll talk. Have the doll
Oh god.
explain.
They're gonna have a match for the doll. Oh my god.
Oh, please don't do that.
I
Oh,
want
that
this
would be
half.
silly.
I want this half. No, I want that half. Oh god.
Yeah,
Shit,
that
they did.
was.
They did announce that we was getting No Mercy. You heard about that, right?
Yeah.
NXT, yeah, I like that. That was a great
That
announcement that they made.
when is that again? That's in what month?
I'll tell you right now.
And while you're
It
looking
just,
for that, you forgot to mention the even bigger news that we received before the show started?
which was tell us.
The fact that CM Punk is coming to
Oh,
NXT for their debut when they hit
mm-hmm.
Chicago on October 1st. And then Randy Orton is he's gonna be there when they're in St. Louis next week, that following week on the 8th. When they
Man,
debut on the CW. Dude, that is gonna be huge.
we're going on the road with NXT.
Oh,
Yes,
finally.
thank you.
Finally.
I can understand one or two house shows and the rest travel. This is big.
Mm-hmm.
This is big. I think they probably do college arenas, if anything, to at least get
Yeah.
something.
And they're on a network that will have more eyes. CW has more viewers than the USA network.
Mm.
So this is very, very good for them.
And
Very, very good.
and with that happening, NXT will probably more than likely have to stay on TV. Like how the show on USA ends at 10:05,
Mm-hmm.
and how they could have work in them 5 minutes that they normally would get, because we know the CW is going to go straight to the Channel 11 news. So I mean, yeah, the Channel 11 news at 10 o'clock. So do they give them 5 extra minutes of wrestling time, TV time? Does WWE pay for that spot? So
I'm
like,
saying, well, there's a difference between CW with their 10 o'clock news as opposed to USA Network, who usually plays like, I don't know, like a reality show or a movie or something like that. But you're
right.
going from one live program to another live program, number one. And number two, CW, they're going up against, I think, Channel 9 and Channel 5 in terms of getting those eyes for the 10 o'clock news. Like, they have to be like at exactly 10 o'clock. It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are? That type of thing. So I don't think they're going to get that extra 5 minutes. Nope. You got to be done between 9:57 and 9:59. Because 10 o'clock, we don't care what you're doing. We cut into the news. I've
That's
seen
true.
that happen with programs where they will cut it, and at 10 o'clock, that news comes right on. So that's,
True.
if we want to like really nitpick, that would be like the only bad thing. In terms of censorship, I don't know like how far they could go censorship wise.
Mm, I think they're
I
gonna
mean,
stay the same way they've been. I don't think they changed too much up.
so are they like Fox where they would like not bleep but like mute the audio or possibly go black screen if they if they see a sign that they don't like or that they find offensive?
I have I have no clue. It's been so long since we've gotten wrestling on Channel 11, but we got to think about it as in being free, free TV, local
Mm-hmm.
TV. So do they treat it like Fox, or do they give a
Mm.
little, leeway?
Mm.
Maybe the first test run was to be like, look, we're gonna take the show on the road and let's just let them go on the fly. We got TNA joining us, and who knows what we can do prior to the shows, after the shows. I wouldn't be too surprised if Channel 11, CW ratings at 7 o'clock diminish, and they come to WWE one day and be like, look, y'all want to throw in a third hour? Y'all want to throw in some TNA? What's going on? What you want to do? Maybe they give us TNA on Thursdays in the CW, mixed with some NXT, as opposed to like how they would do main event with the other part of the cast of the roster and have these other dark type shows. Maybe we can incorporate shit like that.
Mhm.
The CW's got some stuff on their hands. I definitely am interested for October 1st.
Should be good. Should be good. Should be interesting with some surprises, new looks, and I'm expecting bigger, more grand. They're pulling out all the stops here. Like this is the next step. I'm so happy for them. It's like it's about damn time. And it's like you guys are doing awesome right now. And you're only going to get better once you go there. Because it's like, wow, if we thought that they are good now, baby, wait until they hit the CW, where maybe they would have a little more freedom. And being that you have more eyes, maybe you can. Well, you don't want to change it too much because what you have is the reason why CW was interested in you from jump. So you don't want to change what you have. Sure, you want to give it more oomph to it. But yeah, keep it the way it is, baby. It's working. Yeah.
True. And after this match, we get the NQCC talking in the back. Look, Ren Sinclair.
Would you like to hear him?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's hear him. Let's eavesdrop. Yeah.
So every time you're out there with Kendall Gray, she's throwing you around.
Wait, where's Tatum? Did you guys drunk him too? He lost to the Don last week, but I know what you guys do to people like that.
Tavion is in Japan for the N1.
Okay, he's in Japan. Is that like the new term for mistakes? Whoa, be done right at him.
What are you doing? Stop it. Tavion is in Japan, okay? So calm down.
Yeah, sure he is.
Yeah,
well, tonight, I'm going to wrestle the girl who keeps beating up Miles.
You better stick it to her.
So how about when I do beat Kendall, you let me in the group?
How about no?
Why not?
He said, I'm the only Don.
Tony and the family.
Oh, looks like you're in a tough spot there, Mini Don. I thought no girls were allowed in the group, huh, Charlie? Well, what about this? I'll sweeten the pot up a little bit. If Ren wins tonight, I'll give you a Heritage Cup match. What do you think?
Fine.
I'm sorry. I couldn't hear you. What did you say?
You can't hear me either?
Your cup match depends on my match. And stakes are real high, Charles. I don't know if I'm feeling it tonight. I'm a little tired.
Look, fine. If you win your match, you can be in the group. Yes. All right, you happy?
Yes.
Only because you're my ticket to getting that cup back.
With the Femi.
It's 2 times.
They follow him.
Hey, how are you, man?
Bro, where the hell have you been all day?
I saw you were upset last week, understandably so I gave you some space. I've been changing to another room. But I'm here, so we're fine. Let's do the same, yeah?
All right, well, I'm glad you finally decided to show up, man. All right, let's go strategize. All right, we're good. We're fine. Let's go.
So Jay, because from what I got, with the whole Ren and, NQCC and Tony, because Tony goes, well, if she wins, then I will give you a shot at the cup. Why would you think he would do that?
I would think because he knows that he don't want Dempsey to get exposed So he's doing anything to help Ren. I feel that's what the Don is doing. Slowly pushing her into the group so that, he's really helping Dempsey. Dempsey just don't want to see it. Dempsey just keeps on thinking about that title shot, so that's what he got. He really got to thank, this guy for making the title shot happen and forcing the stipulation on Ren.
So by having Ren in that group, how would Tony benefit from that? Like, would she be working for him? Like, will she be passing information about that group to Tony so that Tony can use it against him? Like, I'm trying to understand, like, again, make it make sense. I'm trying to understand.
Whenever she decides to want to be like, look, I'm going to tell. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Tony's going to probably be around like, look, Dempsey, listen to her. Do as she says. You don't want to get caught up in your traps, your games. If I got to keep on defending my title, my cup against you, I'll do it. Just listen. Because, he's solely responsible for supposedly dumping this guy in the car and taking him away. And we still don't know who's the other person that saw. Was it the Dawn that saw? And that's why he's pushing it the way he is. Because there was basically two stipulations within that match. She wins, she wins, she's in. She wins, he gets a title shot, a cup shot. So Dempsey has to feel, might as well be happy. He didn't have to do anything to earn the shot, but just agree. I feel that's the only way it makes sense is that Tony's just trying to put him on. Like, look, when you asked me for my help, I said I would help you. This is the way I'm helping you.
Okay.
I got the girl now into your group. She can't now tattle. She can't tattle on you, so you get a title shot for listening.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the way I would look at it.
Okay, that makes sense. I hear you.
Because when you think like a boss, and you think like a boss and act like a boss, you gotta expect the boss to give rewards at the end.
Absolutely.
And as Dempsey would be telling his peoples, capiche. And the fact that, everybody thought that shit was funny, man. This guy, he's really, embracing that he's deaf. And like, you can't hear it too? I was like, oh my God. No. He's really adapting to wrestling, and he's gonna win over fans because he's trying. You can hear you even heard the fans in the background like, what? They laughed. The internet buzz was there for that. Like, oh shit. And I give him that respect and just trying to talk. At least let us know you hear something.
Right.
The damn when he said that, I'm like, no. You ain't hear that too?
Yeah, I was laughing when he was like, when homegirl Kendall, how she keeps on getting him. She got him twice already.
Mm-hmm.
That was funny.
And that's another reason why. That's another reason why I would say, that she deserves to be in the group because of that situation. Because he wants that situation taken care of. Like, look, she keeps on, beating me up. do something I can't do. So that's another thing I see. But damn, Obafemi didn't defend his belt on neither night as he walked by. I was like, yo, they really played us. They played us with that because last week we get the intro to this PLE and he just walks in the arena and we're thinking he's gonna fight. And he doesn't fight this week. What's going on? They literally saved his title match or any type of match of his for I don't know when, next week, the week after, I don't know. That was just weird to me to see that. Very weird.
It's like what is like right now they probably don't know what to do with him. Like he's had so many matches and basically like beat everybody. He won all these matches. What is there left for him to do except for to show face here and interrupt this conversation with NQCC and Tony?
I was like, and before the chat, before while NXT was going on, and I hit you up in the chat, and I was like, Moose, can we get some Moose? Maybe we could get Moose and Oba. I thought maybe we would have gotten that tonight. Maybe that's who Oba's waiting for. But with the buzz that we getting from Mr. Hendry, they probably don't want to bring any TNA people at the moment yet. They want to keep the buzz and the focus on Joe. So that's what I will look at as well. And this leads us, we're going into our next match of the night. But prior to our next match, we see Pete Dunne walking out the arena and gets interviewed.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, let's hear him.
Pete, huge win tonight against Trick Williams.
Hey, Trick Williams has all the talent in the world, but I'm on the top of my game. And if he's not ready to challenge for the NXT title, well, I just proved that I am. If he wants to represent the new generation, figure this out. Boom!
Oh, snap. Trick just stuffed him. What the hell?
He said, figure this out. Pow, pow, boom, pow. Yo, fucking Trick. So this ain't over. This is definitely not over.
Far from it. Far from it. So now Trick has to watch his back because who knows when Pete's going to come out of nowhere, out of the bushes, out from behind a crate or something like that and just sneak up on him the way Trick just did.
That was funny as shit.
I think Pete will be more quiet than that. Like he's not going to announce his appearance. He's just going to go up and just straight bash his head.
Come in with his little hoodie on and just wild out.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, little funny. Pete. That shit was so funny. Pow, pow, pow.
Okay, grabbing his hair and everything. Like two women from Miami spring break. Yeah, we got messages.
I see. Lavon.
Yo, big shout out to Kalani Jordan, man. She retains her North American NXT title. Even though she got hurt and she tweaked her knee outside the ring, she tried to get, body my lady, but she's good. She's good. We ain't worried about nothing. We still the champs.
Congratulations.
Look at the love he has for Lonnie. No. Someone got a big crush.
Yeah, just don't let him find out. If he finds out, he can be like, hey, like don't think because I'm way over here on SmackDown that I won't come down there.
Come on, watch out. Let's see, Mr. Sparkle. What's good, Sparkle?
Say their names and they appear. I believe in Three Bells podcast. Clap, clap. What's up, guys? How y'all doing? Just came through, give y'all a little bit of love and shit on my break. What's good? I actually missed the Great American Bash. Yeah, tell me some shit.
Hey, man.
Also, from the makers of the Liv Morgan Revenge Tour, we got the Knives 313 Fuck You Tour coming to a stereo show near you. Everybody be there. Our first stop, Hennessy Poppy. Let's expose this bitch ass nigga.
What the hell?
Who's that?
Oh, man. I hope he's not beefing with these guys. Uh-oh.
Is that what that is?
All right, back to our regularly scheduled program. I just looked over the card, and Hale's not on it, so I gotta be honest, I don't really give a fuck.
Thea fought last week and lost.
Yeah, she main evented.
Yeah. Oh, snap.
Main evented.
I see some listeners. I see Mars. And I see the CEO. What's good, fellas?
Hey, man.
Yeah.
So wait a minute. So is Mundo like on a plane listening to the Three Bells podcast? You're in the air.
He probably paid for the time.
Well, shout out to all of our listeners. We really appreciate you being here, even if it's for a little while. Thank you for showing your face and leaving messages. Mundo, we hope you're doing okay.
Yes, sir. Get home safe, my guy. Get home safe.
Mm-hmm.
And this leads us into our NXT Championship match featuring Metaphors Oro Mensah alongside Jakara and Lash versus Ethan Page. Ooh-wee. Ooh, this was a doozy.
It was. First and foremost, Jay, shout out to that little picnic table for it finally broke. We finally break the damn picnic table. I remember seeing it last week, how they showed that shot. They tried to show, like a barbecue or cookout scene.
Right.
And nobody didn't do anything to it. But then this week, tonight, we finally see a body hit it. So, yes, the table made an appearance. That was good. But, yeah, this match, Jay, it was a match. Oro got his hands on Ethan, yes, for the title. And it was going back and forth. Oro had his good moments, so did Ethan. And the thing that stood out to most to me, and once again, it was one of those moments that kind of like had my heart skip a beat, was when Oro jumped on the third rope and somehow he slipped and lost his footing with his left foot, and that caused him to like fall and tumble onto the mat
and lose.
And lose. Page saw that, and he immediately grabs him for. He did something before he did his
Ethan's edge.
Yes. And he did it twice, didn't he? He did it to Oro for the picnic chair, the picnic table.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then he did it again in the ring for the pin.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was wild. And I give it to both of them because they were both hitting. The DDT Ethan gave him, and then Oro countered with another one with an in-air DDT.
Mm-hmm.
And his sidekicks be crazy. Like Oro's really underrated.
Very.
If a lot of people don't know about Oro and don't really see Oro, this was a good displaying of him tonight. Even though he lost, Ethan really now got the 1, 2, 3 over him, and will this be the end of their feud? Does Ethan get, picked by someone else, or does Oro still seek revenge? Hmm. Hmm.
No. I mean, wouldn't this be like Ethan saying, okay, I gave you the title shot, you lost, so there's nothing more for us to talk about. If you're thinking about a rematch, you can forget about it because a rematch ain't going to do nothing but repeat the same thing. I'm going to beat you again. Because if you was the man, if you was able to beat me, you would have beaten me the first time and you would have been a champion.
Correct.
So why are we having this conversation again? I'm thinking from Ethan's ego perspective. Why should we have this conversation again? I beat you already 1, 2, 3. Remember I told you that was going to happen?
Yes. You fake pinned me how many times?
Mm-hmm.
And I beat you, and I did it to you when it counted.
Mm-hmm.
And at that, with having Lash and Jakara out there, I'm like, bro, why you don't, capitalize off of it with these girls? Have them do some type of an interference. Play a role. Instead of just standing out there and being like, yay, go Oro, metaphor, woohoo. No, push them. Cheat. Something.
But they're not about that.
No. At least just jump up on the ropes and be like, hey, ref. Hey.
But they ain't about that.
No, they're not heels. They're baby faces now. Slowly changed into baby faces.
Right. Well, compared to Ethan, yeah, they are the more baby face than Ethan, even though I thought weren't they like the bad guys or like the least favored ones?
Yeah. When the leader was there,
Mm-hmm.
when Noam Dar was there, they were heroes.
Right.
Now they're good. They're good. Now when he comes back, is he gonna embrace that? I want to see what happens when he does come back.
Mm. Yeah, I don't think this conversation with them two is over, but yeah, we'll see.
No. Let me play this quick message before we continue. CEO.
What's good? Three Months Podcast. It's your boy Mundo AKA Mr. AKA himself, the CEO. Yes, I am Shane. I'm on a plane right now, listening to the Three Months Podcast as I head back to Brooklyn. You guys keep doing a great job. I love you guys, and I'm listening.
Love you too, CEO.
Yes, even though we hear the plane saying hello more than you, hopefully we sound clearer to you. But all we heard was podcast. Yes, I'm on the plane and I can hear you guys. You're doing a good job. That's what we heard. But thank you, man. Thank you for leaving, the trust in us. Thank you for trusting in us to, do the show.
Right.
Yeah. And a good show at that too. Mm-hmm.
Whew. Whew. After this match, we get the Rascalz backstage.
We sure do.
Let's go see what they're talking about.
Guys, it has been quite the journey to get to this moment. So, what does this tag team title match mean to you?
852 long days since we had to get our first titles.
Wow.
Lots of tears, frustration, and just wishing that this day would come. But
the thing is that we never thought that this moment would actually come. And it's kind of hard to really put it into words how much it means to us. Like, with these two, they are...
It's all right. It's okay.
I've had some really dark days here. And one day, Zach and I are tag team champions, blazing our own trail. And in the next moment, I'm here by myself, having to figure things out on my own. Now, I was fortunate enough to win the North American title and have an amazing run. But this right here, standing next to my two brothers, is by far the best moment of my career. Now, NXT is all about moments, right?
Damn right it is.
It's going to take a lot of effort for us to beat Nathan and Axiom tonight, but tonight, let's go. It's our moment.
The three of us are the Rascalz, no doubt about it. But tonight, it's all about MSK.
And that's all night.
In all day.
Let's go.
Thanks so much, guys. Good luck tonight.
You hear the way Wes was already sounding? He was talking about I instead of, before we.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely pay attention to that. Doesn't sound too enthused. Doesn't sound too enthused.
Let me ask this dumb question. What does MSK stand for?
I really don't know.
You don't know? I thought you would have known. That's why I asked.
Must see kids, probably. I would think.
Yeah.
Because
I thought you knew. I'm sorry.
Nah.
Must see kids. That you're just guessing this, or
I never heard them come out with a meaning to it.
Oh, there was just named MSK, and that was that.
I'm stumped right now. I'm
Wow, you see that, everybody? I done stumped our Google guy.
Yes, because Google's not helping me at
Google's
all.
not.
Oh God, damn you, Google.
Oh well.
Womp.
Oh well.
Womp to Google.
Do you know the interviewer? Do you know her name? Like who?
They said her. I think they said her name prior to it.
Yeah. If I didn't know any better, like I was looking, she kind of looks pregnant. I don't know if anybody noticed that. She was wearing the dress and it kind of looks like it was hiding a little bump there.
You gotta pay that more attention to it. I definitely didn't pay that attention.
I noticed that as soon as the video started, because she opened it up. So yeah, as a matter of fact, either that or the dress is like fitted weird, because it's like she has a belt, but it looks like the belt is over her stomach. So it's giving the illusion that she's pregnant. It was just like a side note, like I don't even know her name, so
Nah, I'm totally lost on her name. So there was the lady with the red dress. That's all I know.
She's wearing like a black and white and gray. I'll send you the picture now.
I definitely didn't write her name down.
All right.
Oh yeah! Wow.
Yeah, that's very pregnant-ish.
Yeah. Looks like she's been she's been on the show for a minute. But she probably just took time off.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Jay, you only need but a couple minutes. I mean,
Sprinkles.
Yeah, all you need is a couple of minutes, and next thing you know, bow, here you go.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what fight is next? But prior to that fight coming up, oh god, we go back to this barbecue.
Yeah, unfortunately, we have to show our face, Jay. The Three Bells podcast, we was invited to this barbecue, so we have to show our face. Are you ready, Jay? It's only going to be for a minute. It's only going to be for a minute, all right? Don't leave me and don't dance. Don't. If the Electric Slice song comes on, do not dance. Don't eat all the ribs.
No Soul Train line? Damn.
No, this is NXT.
Oh, fuck.
If they just open the door, let us in. What's going on? Why can't you let us in? Let us in. Okay, here we go.
Wait,
Playing games.
girl, that is Dion Lennox. Y'all know who that is?
Ladies, no need to worry about Dion.
Let's do the shit.
Honestly, what you need is right here.
I am not worried about you or anything else besides that NXT Women's Championship because Jada Parker got next. No. I want it.
Mami, lo que tú quieras.
Mama, I was this close to beating Roxanne at Heat Wave.
Yeah,
Baby, I
they
know, but you
ignoring
had your shot. Sí, pero tú lo viste.
Ladies, can we all agree that Thea Roxanne match last week was fire? I definitely love to see that again.
Ain't nobody worried about your opinion, meatball. Bye.
Hey, yo, ladies. So, listen, I was thinking.
Who the hell is this?
Any of you women could get the title match
I
because
have no clue.
you're all smoke shows. And I see hella smoke.
Stupid.
Yeah. Lola punches him in the stomach.
No. Stop.
And they do the shield thing. Slam his ass against the table. Good for him.
We said no fighting, but that was awesome.
Hank and Tink approves.
Good barbecue.
Yeah.
That was bananas. They stood over him and looked at. They stood over him looking at him after they beat his ass. Charlie's Angels. HBK's Angels.
Exactly. By the way, the Franks were horrible. They were undercooked. It's time to go. Time to go. Undercooked Franks.
The drinks were watered down.
Ugh. And the beer was hot. So, there you go. Thanks for nothing.
Damn it, Hank and Tank. Why? Why? But look what we get next. We get Joe versus Joe. We get Hendry versus Coffee.
We get our guy. Our guy. He finally gets his hands on Mr. Joe Hendry.
Yo, was it me or was the crowd louder than Joe Hendry's theme music? Yeah, I was like, yo, I didn't even hear the theme song. All I heard was just the crowd singing.
They were amped up. They were pumped. Either they were pumped or these guys purposely lowered the audio so that we could hear the audience better.
That's what I felt because I barely hear dun dun. All I heard was just dumb singing, and it kept on going and going and going. I'm like, oh shit, oh my god, this was a good one for sure.
Absolutely, absolutely. But we all know what stood out. Well, at least to me, what stood out, Jay, was when Mr. Hendry, he did his little homework and grabbed from the playbook of Eddie Guerrero. Shout out to Mr. Eddie. And he did this thing where he grabbed the chair. He goes out of the ring, he grabs the chair, because don't forget Mr. Coffee, he comes out with his Gallus brothers, and they were standing there. This is all by the announce table. So Joe grabs a chair, and while this is going on, the other Joe Coffey, he is in the ring with the referee. The referee is like focusing on Mr. Coffey, so he doesn't see what's going on. So apparently, Mr. Henry, he throws the chair at one of the guys, and he slams himself on top of the table so that he can make the noise so that it would sound like to the referee that he got hit with the chair. So when he hears the noise, the referee turns around and he sees the guy with his hand, he's holding the chair, standing over Joe Hendry as he laying on the table. And the referee was like, "Did you hit him with the chair?" He's like, No, we didn't do it. No. He said, "You hit him with the chair." And he did the little, "You're out of here" thing. And that's how these two guys from Gallus, they had to, leave the ring. And that was good for Mr. Hendry to fully focus on himself rather than, worrying about if these guys are going to interfere. Because, just presence alone, Jay, that right there alone, that can hinder you. It can mess you up mentally because you're thinking that these guys are going to do something. And they probably would have. So, yeah, I mean, it was back and forth. Joe had his moves. The other Joe had his moves. And, I'm confused as to how Joe Henry's finisher is a choke slam move, but he calls it the standing ovation. Because I'm like, okay, what is his finisher? Because I don't think I fully saw it. And it was literally the same type of choke slam that we just saw Jelly Roll do to Theory. Although I must say that Jelly Rolls was much better than Joe Henry's, but Joe Henry apparently called it standing ovation. And 1, 2, 3, Joe Henry wins.
I'm thinking the way he's calling it like that is probably because he's grabbing the mic in air. So that's his choke slam. It's like so I'm gonna choke slam you by grabbing the mic your throat. And goes sideways with it. A little sideways with it. But for guys his size, you don't really see them doing choke slams like that. Those are usually reserved for the bigger guys, the 300-400 pound guys that are tall.
Mm-hmm.
He's a shorter guy pulling that move off. Now, if he could pull it off against someone that's a little bit heavier, with like in the 300-pound category, then I look at this choke slam being a little bit more stronger than what it is. And you see the crowd believes. They sung his song while the match was going on. And he even paused and did the wave with them. I said, oh, here we go. Here we go again. But it's won over the hearts of many fans, and it really is a hit. Coffee fought him great, even after the fact that he got his guys out of there. The move that I like from from Coffee is when he runs off the ropes and does that elbow. I think that shit is sweet because it's different. Most people will go like with like two legs or a backflip or something. No, he turns sideways when he bounces off the ropes for that. I like that move. Uh, hmm. Let's see. Booker T. He finally embraced it and started saying, "I believe." And you see, look, like it took so long for Booker T to believe,
Mm-hmm.
and this guy Vic Joseph is like, "Just do what I've been telling you to do. Put your hands in the air." And you see that the camera angle that they gave us was the overhead angle, and you see Booker's hands just waving back and forth. That's this man's finally he's embracing the culture, and shout out to Joe for the win. Shout out to Joe for the loss. Whichever Joe won, I'm happy. Whichever Joe lost, I'm still happy because they're good wrestlers. I like them both.
Mm-hmm.
I want to continue seeing what happens. If there's a part two to this, because we heard what we heard from Joe at the end of the fight.
Oh, yes. We can hear them. They're in the ring. We can hear them. Yeah. Let's listen. Cool.
Joe Hendry, a big win tonight. Have you enjoyed your time here at NXT?
Seda, you're talking as if it's over.
Uh-oh.
But I like it here, and I might just stay for a lot longer.
Okay. All right.
And I know there's a lot of people in that locker room who will have a problem with that, but they can find me right here next Tuesday. And as for what's next,
Tuesday.
You won't even need to say my name. Believe me, I will appear.
Well, sounds like you, Mr. President, better get ready.
Like, I will appear.
So that's just it leaves a huge question mark as to who's next. I would like to see this again. I would like to see Joe versus Joe again.
Yes. I wonder who else in that locker room has an issue with him.
Doesn't everybody?
Who's gonna be the next person to actually do it? I would love to see him fight Spears.
That would be cool.
Yeah. So Spears could see where he's actually at. Yeah. You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? I'm gonna pause this before I get into the next thing for a second. When we was on watching Raw yesterday, guess who created that tsunami segment with Bronson Reed squashing Seth Rollins?
Ooh.
It was none other than Abyss produced that whole thing.
Abyss?
Abyss. Do you remember him?
Not really.
He was he was more liked in TNA. He was like their version of Kane in TNA. So he's been producing in WWE for at least the past maybe 3-4 years. And he produced one hell of a match last night. Outcome last night. For sure.
Left the man coughing up blood. I mean,
Oh shit! I still hear that shit in my sleep. Tsunami! Boom. I just love the way Cole. I love the way Cole says it. Tsunami!
there. Can you believe 6 of them? He did a total of 6. Almost did a 7. That's crazy. So, are we going to get the Tsunami City shirts?
That'll be dope.
That would be cool.
Can't wait till Monday. See what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. NXT's back on USA next week. Yeah.
That's right. The Olympics
And
will
look.
be over. So,
Yes. Shout out to the Team USA for waxing Brazil earlier. Woohoo.
nice.
They made it to the Final Four. Woohoo. Go for gold. And talking about going for gold, we got Chase U in the back with a new classroom.
That
We
I
got
don't
any,
have. I'm sorry. That's
that
the one
was
clip that I couldn't. That's my one clip of the day. Couldn't get.
you see what Des was talking about recently with Chase U? Chase is now starting to believe Ridge and trust him now.
Mm-hmm.
That he let him make the new classroom, and then he comes to him and lets him know that they're getting a tag title shot next week. And Duke was hyped when he said, "Hold up, not you, Duke. Me and Chase are gonna go and win the gold." Hmm. Hmm. Thea was hyped. She didn't care because she's always happy-go-lucky. But you could see Duke and Riley just being like, "Oh, we left out." I think we're gonna see new tag team champions eventually. Ridge actually might do it.
Oh, you think so?
Someone's gonna get jelly. Duke and Riley's gonna get jelly. They might wanna think of going their own ways. This is gonna get juicy with them. And it's good that they got a new room because of the fact is the college season is about to start. Kid, the college starts soon. Nice. Nice way to go into your new classroom. Mm. Mm. So we get our before our next match, we see Spears in the back talking with Jensen at the barbecue. Hmm. At the barbecue.
What did
You
Spears
got
say to him? Like, what were they talking about?
Spears was telling him that he wanted him to open his mind more instead of like, look, why you're back here eating in the barbecue with other people for, and he want to help him. So Jensen was like, but I thought you already helped me. He was like, no, it ain't over yet. And I forgot who it was that came, and he just walked off with him. He walked off with Spears because he didn't want to hear it. So we got then Roxy even noticed what they was doing, and then the Good Brothers crashed the party, and they said what you said: the food and the drinks suck. And Hank and Tank decided to say, wow, they were the first ones to actually say this sucked and pursued to want to fight. This is a match we're getting next week. Off the rip,
Absolutely.
we already know we're getting this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I ain't even got to say nothing.
Nope. There was like party's over and started swinging.
Hank and Tank. Oh God.
Yeah, they tried.
That's gonna be the big meaty match next week.
Yep.
Over 1,300 pounds in the ring, maybe maybe a little bit less. I'm probably over exaggerating, but that's gonna be a lot of weight in that ring next week.
A whole lot of, is Mundo listening? A whole lot of meat slapping meat. Ooh, there's some Husker boys, them boys, them Duke boys, them O'Shea boys, and them Hinkentucken boys.
Oh shit! And look at this, we got a ladies match. We
What
got
the
Miss.
hell?
What happened?
Somebody's throwing snowballs at us.
That must be, is the CEO? I only see him as our only listener.
Yeah, I
Don't tell
wish
me.
this thing tell us. I don't know.
Don't tell me Trump is back. Oh man, it's election season. Jesus Christ.
It probably was Mundo. I'm over here talking about slapping meat. Probably on. So you can tell me to cut it out. That's why his way of saying cut it out, stop it. So you want to throw a ball? You want to throw balls in my face? Like that's that's a better conversation than meat on meat. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, he throwing them again. Throwing it again. That's a hot mess. This dude is throwing snowballs from a damn plane down to the Three Bells desk.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Damn CEO.
And I didn't even say anything bad to him. I just said that he doesn't like it when I say that. I said, is he here?
Man, look at that. He proceeded. Like, yeah, I'm here.
Right. I won't say it like, after tonight. Like on his Friday show, I won't say it. See, out of respect for him, I won't say it Friday. Or at least I would try not to say it.
Oh,
Try not to say it, but he should have a good show because, Roman Reigns is coming back.
The big oos.
Mm-hmm. That's going to be a good-ass conversation, boy.
The OTC.
I can't wait to talk about that. But first things first.
Yes.
We got to continue NXT. I'm sorry, Jay.
You good. We got our next match, which features Ren Sinclair versus Kendall Gray, and Carly Bright comes to accompany her. This match is basically, if she wins, she's in. She wins, then she gets his cup match. So, what do you think about this one? Because I don't know, Kendall didn't look too good. I didn't like a lot about her tonight.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was like, Ren looked okay. And the only thing that stood out from Kendall was the fact that she almost attacked this dude for the third time. Because, of course, he came out and did the exact same thing he did the other two times, tried to interfere so that his team can win. Again, as what you're supposed to do as a teammate, so that your team can win, so that your peoples can win.
Right.
But he almost got belly to belly again.
Just put it back this time.
Mm-hmm. And towards
Busted
the
his
end, yeah,
busted his
yeah.
ass.
I think I think the opportunity is going to come for her to do it one more time because it's just so funny to see. I wish she had done it tonight because she could have needed that that boost of confidence or that boost just to help her out. But Ren was out there and she looked stronger. Those shots that she was giving her, they looked stronger. You can tell because she scrunched up her face. That's how you know that they were strong. Mm-hmm. She was using facial muscles to strike her. Yeah. Other than that was the only thing that really stood out to me. That and the fact that Ren Sinclair won.
She's
No,
now a member of the group.
right. Yes. Yes. I don't
Yeah.
know why I wrote Kendall. Ren Sinclair won, therefore she's a member of the group, and this dude gets a title shot, right? The shot for the cup.
Yep. And she put her hands up to the group hand. And you see Dempsey. Dempsey was like, okay, I'll just put
Yeah.
that. I'll put it up low.
Yeah, he hesitated. He was like, yeah.
This guy was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm going up high. Born. He was like, I'm doing it,
So we shall see, Jay, how long she has this guy basically by the balls.
bro. I think this is a better role from her because look, she was happy-go-lucky and losing with Idris and Malik, and now she goes here and she's winning matches. She went, she's healed. She did it smoothly.
Mm-hmm.
They got these bums out of here. Y'all bums ain't doing shit for us, son. We gotta propel what she's doing somewhere else because she's good.
Right.
She's using that happy-go-lucky with heels, and the transition is different, and I like it. I like where it's going.
Me too.
That's
Me
two.
too.
That's two new members in the past month for the group. So the group is definitely different. They've
Yeah.
lost. There's only Dempsey and Bourne as the OGs, and we got Mr. Taviana Heights, and now we have Miss Brent Sinclair.
Yes. Funny has a woman. We got a woman. It's always good
Yeah.
to have a woman in a faction because trust you and
Mhm.
me, they come in handy at the most perfect times. You need that woman.
Yeah.
You need that woman's touch, literally.
I, I, I smell cat fight next week.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly with the Don's girl out there when they have that match next week.
Does she fight that other
I,
girl?
I don't know, but
You've
I
never seen
smell
her in a match, or
maybe one, maybe, but other than that, I think we did get one. I think I got one.
okay, so she can in fact fight. She's not like carrying across his girl Scarlet, right?
Right. She's just
Okay.
not developed. She's just not developed right yet. So they're not gonna take the risk and throw her out there and make her look like an ass or herself out there. She's probably getting PC work, a lot of PC work, because she is a
Mm-hmm.
little one. She's definitely a little one. That's what I
Mm-hmm.
said. I wouldn't be too surprised if that's a cat fight next week.
Mm.
That that would be nice.
It would. It would.
It would totally sidetrack everything, and the Dawn will probably be so tight. Like, yo, your girl jumped my girl. Now what if I tell on you? Now what you gonna do? Hmm. That's good. That storyline's gonna get juicy too. Definitely
Mm-hmm.
gonna get definitely. Nah, I don't mind. I wouldn't mind seeing it. Now that we got added people to it, and after this match, they gave us a Mint Mobile talk with Javon Evans. Mm, that
Yep,
was something
part
different.
2. This is part 2 from last week. Remember, he was talking last week,
Yes.
talking
Yeah.
about being in the second grade and jumping off a high place to a bunch of kids, and how he did the DX and got in trouble. The whole suck it thing, and got in trouble. This is part 2 to that interview, Jay. Ready?
Yes, sir.
Y'all really want to know more about me, don't you?
Of course we do.
Man, I have my family. I have my teachers. They all told me I need a backup plan. That I needed to go to college. And no disrespect, that's some great advice, but not for me though. You know what I'm saying? Like, wrestling was the goal. And then I got signed last November. I get to prove to you why I am the young OG. And ever since then, is it going crazy? Getting a little wicked. The first WWE superstar I met, he's gonna kill me in training, but Matt Bloom. If you know him, you know he used to go by the name Lord Tensai.
Albert.
I think I was around 9 years old. My brother was big. I'm talking about big. You know what I'm saying? I remember walking on tour and asking him, how did you get those tattoos off your face? He said, you want a picture, kid? We took a picture around the year 2013, and now, Yang's my coach.
Nice.
Like, that's crazy.
Nice.
And I still can't believe I just called him Lord Tensai on TV. We can cut that, right?
Nope.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
10 what? I just turned 20 in April. Honestly, I don't know.
Okay, so you hear that, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Mystery finally solved. Out of the man's mouth himself, he is 20 years old. There has been so many conflicting stories about his age. He was 18, he was 19. Now he's telling us he is actually 20. So remember that, everybody. 20 years old.
I don't know. I mean, I don't even know who I am now. But what I do know is, sounds like I'm about to be growing up in front of y'all eyes. So y'all might as well sit back, seat up, enjoy the ride. Come along with me.
Mm-hmm.
Bouncy.
That boy bouncy. Mm-hmm.
That was
Bounty at
cool.
20. Yeah.
That was cool. So we see Mint Mobile getting their spot time. Hey. Nice sponsor. And we see that Obafemi had a meeting with Ava. Comes out her office, says he's gonna defend his title, and the Dawn just brushes him off before he could even
Well, we can
say,
hear him. We can hear him.
"Oh."
Yeah, we can hear him. Hit it.
Oba, how'd your meeting with Ava go?
It was a very productive meeting. It was very exciting for me because next week I'll be defending this title.
Against who?
Against any man who is brave or foolish enough to challenge. Because I want to find out who exactly
Hey, you want a real scoop? Listen, next week, I'm going to beat Charlie Dempsey in a Heritage Cup match. There's nothing he can do about it.
Okay, so Mr. J, apparently we have an open challenge next week.
I keep on saying Moose. Gotta be Moose.
I hope so.
It better not be main roster talent.
I don't know who it could be, though. Like, it could be so many people from anywhere. Wow.
We really gotta keep our eyes, and it has to be a good guy. Cannot be a
Mm-hmm.
heel. Cannot be.
But I would like for it to be Moose. Like that has been, that has been a topic for a minute now. Ever since this whole TNA merger thing started. Like ever since what's her name? Homegirl that came with the championship.
Um, uh,
Something Jordan?
Jordan Grace.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a little bit after that time. His name was thrown in that conversation, and everybody said, well, they said Moose and Ober. That was the dream crossover match.
That's what we've been waiting on. Ever since we heard it. If they give it to us next week, I would accept it. If it's someone else, I don't know. I wouldn't know how to accept it, but just good luck to whoever it is. If it's not Moose, I can't sit back and think from the main roster or even from from either side, Raw or SmackDown, who will go back down and challenge them. As
I'll
far
say
as
this. If it's not Moose, let it be Tozawa.
oh no, no.
Can you imagine when he said, who is going to come out? I challenge anybody. You hear his music and his little ass come out and do that new dance that he premiered yesterday?
Oh
It'll be
no.
funny. And Oba would just have a field day. Talk about play with your food. He is going to toss that man's ass all over that little arena. You hear me? That would be awesome.
What happened? What would happen if Tozawa actually caught him with a sneak pin to win after getting his ass beat the whole match?
That is possible.
Like he'll fall after getting his ass beat so much that he lands like right on the jinkies and beats him because now his nuts are hurting.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "Fuck it, I got him." Imagine some wild shit talking about it. Like, what else could they possibly throw us? What? Our truth? Our truth comes for Oba. That the Otis.
It's so many of them. There's so many of them.
If you're going on the SmackDown side of things, no, it's hard to see anybody from the SmackDown side. Austin Theory, that would be different.
Yeah, he'll sell the hell out of that match. I know that much.
Yeah, and possibly have a chance to beat him. Also,
You have to play real smart with that guy. Like you really have to find like a loophole somewhere, or weakness somewhere, or that split moment where that window opens and you can possibly take it all. But it is so hard. It's really hard to beat that guy.
right? What would be the wild shit if it's Briggs. If it's fucking Briggs.
Gets another
Part
shot.
season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too shocked if that's it either.
Right.
Yeah, something to think about.
So many. You got to wait all the way to next week to find out. Jeez.
Yeah. Damn you.
Oh well.
Let's see what Sparkle got to say about it. If I could ever get to these tapping into the messages. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, they're not letting me tap the messages. Shane, can you tap them?
Let's see.
You got slow. I'm back. What I miss?
Well, you missed. Well, we're up to the main event now.
Okay, I like that. I like that a lot because I can see like Oba standing there like, who the fuck's coming? And Tozawa come out and he do a little Tozawa dance. The look on Oba Femi's face would be priceless. Just what the fuck am I looking at?
I mean, because look at all the other people that he has fought. They've all been freaking huge, and then huger. So why not throw him against somebody that he's practically never fought, and that's Tozawa. Because even Tozawa, he's smaller than Wesley, right? So
Shit.
there you go. Because isn't Wesley like one of the smallest guys that he's had thus far?
Yeah, I would say yeah, the smallest guy, smallest opponent he's had during his title reign. And it's crazy. And it's crazy that you're talking about Tozawa. The crazy shit about him was that at one point in his life he was damn near 270 pounds.
Really?
That man is down to 155.
Whoa.
Yes, he big transition. I said, what? I saw a before and after picture. I said, nah.
Wow.
He was, yeah, he started his wrestling career like that. I said, shit. We getting messages.
Can you still not play him, or?
I don't know why. They gonna probably try to have me back out, and I'm not backing out to come back in.
Oh boy. All right, here you go.
Personally, I would love to see Oba Femi versus Shameful Thing Lobsterhead.
Who? Lobsterhead?
Wait, what the fuck is Omos doing? Like, yeah, let's feed Omos to Oba Femi. He's like, oh, we finally found a dude that was bigger than Oba. It didn't matter. It didn't matter. He's gonna fuck him up, and have him fuck up Omos in like 38 seconds. Like, really make Oba like go over in this.
Oh my goodness, dude! I'm looking at these before and after pictures of Tozawa. Ooh, he had a dad bod times 2. Yeesh. Man, that's
what a transition.
Amazing transition, man. That's a lot of water. It looked like I'm thinking of, when you shake a milk jug before you put it on the on the stand. I don't know why that sound is coming to my head, but wow, shout out to Tozawa, man. You look amazing. Let's see. One more.
Oh yeah. Tozawa was a big boy. Like when Tozawa got signed, I think he was 285. And then he just like slimmed down and slimmed down and slimmed down, and they were like, "Oh, you're a cruiserweight now."
Mm-hmm. Good for him, man.
Sheamus is. It's a shameful thing. Lobsterhead.
Okay.
Have you never heard me call him that?
Oh.
From his old theme song that we missed so much. I swear I do not like this new theme song.
Same here.
But Sheamus would be good.
That would be a banger. But you know what's gonna happen? Someone's gonna get mad. Pete's gonna get mad.
That's right.
Oh,
wow.
Oh, that's gonna be crazy.
Ooh-wee. That would definitely add layers to that story.
Yes. Thank you for opening us to that thought too.
Yeah, that's cool.
With Sheamus. Okay. Change my page. As I change my page, we're heading to the main event. Yeah. Okay, and we get our tag team titles on the line with Axiom and Frazier versus MJF. SK. Woo-wee. Oh, man, this is they gave them the main event. Is this the
Yeah,
second time Axiom and Frazier get a main event? I would think so. They got a main event before. That
uh,
was cool. This is
yeah, and it's for the title. So
mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah. But you know what happened before this match even started, Jay? I don't know if you saw on Twitter, but the WWE Twitter page had previewed a couple of matches for next Tuesday, and guess what, Jay?
Oh God.
One of them, one of
Don't
them
tell me.
had Axiom and Frazier and MSK and Chase U for the NXT Tag Team Championship.
What?
So that, looking at that, before this match even start, you go, uh-oh, these guys are going to lose. Because why would they put up this advertisement for a tag team championship next week? These two teams that we're about to see literally in a few minutes, plus Chase U. And the titles was on Action and Frazier.
Boy, this match was bananas.
Do tell.
I really had to put my pen down for a minute because, as I said before, with matches with guys like this, is like, yo, they're going 100 miles an hour. And the moment I decide to put my head down and start writing something, I miss like 3, 4 moves. Man, fuck. I missed this, I missed that. But I make sure we get to see like just everything we were seeing. The shit that I didn't like was when Zach from MSK decided to do that Bronco Buster, and he was there for like 30 seconds. Like,
Ugh.
bro, get
Yeah,
off
he did
of me
a
already.
lot. Even West was like, even West pulled Homeboy away so that he can stop. It was
Booker,
like, what are
you,
you
you,
doing?
you, you heard Booker T and Vic was like, yo, what's going on here? You really trying to do some weird shit over here, guys? Chill.
There, if Mundo was here, he would have said pause, pause.
Yeah.
Because he was doing it a couple of times. It's like, yes, even though the move itself is weird from a man to a man, but he was doing a lot. Like he was really having a good time up in there going up and down. I'm like, I mean, should we leave you two alone? Like, what's going on here? And West stood there for a second and he looked at him, was like, he gave that, what the hell's going on here? Look. And then managed to grab, which one was it? I don't even know which one it was. Was it Frazier or
I
that
think
was
it was
against?
Frazier. It was
Yeah,
Frazier.
it was Frazier, and he grabbed Frazier, by the legs, by the feet, and had to like pull him away. And
Mm-hmm.
the dude, he was just like still, he was like, he did it a couple times to the air when Rest grabs him for the pin. And he like jumps over and is like, yeah, that was very weird, man.
Oh my god.
Too much
And,
fun.
and you see what we get. You see what we get. These guys, Axiom and Frazier, again. Bro,
Yeah, they did their kick ass finishers.
again. How are they doing this to us? They're busy making it look like they hating what they're doing. With what, I'm going this way, I'm going that way, I'm gonna get a title shot, I'm gonna do this. bro, they're making us look at it differently, and we believe that they're always troubled when they're really not, because they're basically putting their own backs up against the wall,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they prevail. The Spanish Fly with the Phoenix Splash,
So pretty. So pretty.
and then the fact that they had that miscommunication during that one time in the fight where they hit each other, and Frazier he was like, "Yo, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry," and they still prevail. That suplex super kick, and then the golden ratio. You're like, what? They put some to sleep with that, and I'm happy they won, because they're showing us what a real tag team is supposed to be like. Not every tag team is perfect,
Right.
and they enjoy doing the single thing, but they just don't like telling each other, because they feel that one is going to go away to better heights and it's going to distract them from winning, but it's actually helping them, and they're still your champion. Wow. Wow. Shout out to MSK for even making the appearance as a full group tonight with the other guy. I forget his name on the Rascalz. But what's next after the outcome? Dun dun dun.
Well,
Bro.
after A and F, they got their win, and of course they because I guess there's no real animosity between the two, between the fellas. So
Right.
A and F, they show love to all three, because the other guy, he came in to console West, because West was, he was down, he was beaten, he was down. So he came in, and the two dudes, they helped West up, and yeah, they shook hands, gave both hugs, and Axel and Fraser left, and they was just standing in the middle of the ring, just encouraging West, don't worry about it, we still got you, it's all love, we're gonna keep on fighting, this, that, and the third. And Jay, what the hell happened?
Wesley gave in. He super kicked the hell out of one, and then kicks the other one in the nuts. Tosses one into the barricade. Runs with a double knee to the steel steps to the other. He's had it. He's broke. Wesley's turned heel. Wes, what? You heard
Man.
that? Wes is a bad guy. The crowd wasn't even feeling it. They was calling him asshole, and
Mm-hmm.
we heard it, but we heard it like a-hole, a-hole. They didn't. They made sure we didn't hear the S.
Right, right. That
And at
was
least they didn't.
unbelievable.
Yes. Oh. And he was like, but why? Why?
Right. Like when it happened, man, I was livid. What I was saying on the chat, in our chat, I was like, no, god damn it. What the F? No. And Jay was like, oh. Because I wanted Mundo to see what I wrote, so that he could be in suspense and go, uh-oh, what happened? Something big happened? What happened?
But he seemed to be watching.
Mm-hmm.
What? That wasn't. That was definitely not in any thought crossing my mind. But you see what you did when you replayed the video from earlier, and we got the response that we got from West,
Right.
because when he said "I" instead of "we," and he took the "I" right now and beat up "we," and beat their ass.
Mm, mm, mm.
Wow.
I'm so I'm hurt. I'm like, like I had high hopes for this guy. I remember when we first saw them, how amazed we were at them. They were absolutely amazing. It was something that I have never experienced before in an NXT episode. It
Right.
was like magic. I loved it and had high hopes for these guys. I really did.
You know what you know the way I felt about it? I was like, Wesley's probably like, get your TNA asses the fuck out of here.
Aw.
Keep that shit over there in TNA.
So
Oh,
yeah, you definitely going to have to explain yourself, Mr. West, because not too long ago you stood in the middle of that ring and you was literally about to hang it up. You was like, you don't know what else to do. You was going to give it up, and then these, your homies came, and it was like a new you came out. You with the homies. What could be better than that? Ah, shoot, the homies here. Okay, we about to do it now, baby. That's what's up. And it's
right.
been how many years since they've like had the title and they was going for it tonight. And yes, you lost, but first off, you gave an amazing performance. As always, you won more fans, and it's not the end of the damn road. You can have another opportunity. You just got to work for it. And knowing you guys, it's not going to take too long because you're one of the best out there. Like I truly believe that in witnessing y'all within a very short period of time. That's how impressive you were. That's how many fans that you've had before, and how many more fans that you won since you guys came back and since your first match in NXT. And
Yes.
then you do that because of this. I don't even know why. Like, he's gonna have to explain himself. Totally gonna have to explain, especially after not too long ago tonight when you three was doing the interview with the pregnant interviewer. You was about to, you had to fight off tears. You was about to cry because of the fact that you was with the homies.
Wow. This shit was short lived.
Yeah, very short.
We
Not even
got
a
hyped.
whole month.
We
Ugh.
got hyped a few weeks ago. Well, yeah, it was probably like a month because we was talking about them possibly, continuing the feud with NQCC. But we see what happened with that.
Right.
So it wasn't too much because NQCC still dealing with the Don and them. So hey,
Mm, mm, mm.
hey Wes, hey Wes, you turned a new leaf, and I wonder how Dez really feels inside about that, especially that being one of his guys.
I
Is
know
he
he
getting
was livid. He had to have been livid.
his boy?
Mm-hmm. Because I know I was. I mean, ugh,
Nah, that was definitely not in the cards. Definitely.
not at all. Not at all.
But do you think this benefits him? I'm gonna ask you this. Now that he's here, does he get the fight with Javon Evans? Because now it's a good against bad.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely. But how would that start, though?
mm, Javon will have to be like, look, you beat your boys up. We know they're part timers coming over here, but I'm a young full timer. And we had that good one-off recently where I joined in that trip. It was a 6-man tag,
Yep.
and we had a good couple of minutes in the ring together. How about we really get bouncy? Let's see what they could cook. I would say let's save that for either for the CW or once they get a PLE in between those episodes from the. I think they'll start the feud up once they hit there.
What for their next PLE that they just announced?
For either for no mercies September 30th. So and they move into the CW 2 days later. So I would think their beef starts right like October 1st, October 8th. Sometime in that October month once the transition happens.
Okay.
Because they gotta lead us into a lot for sure, definitely. There's too much to stay tuned.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the end of our show. Before we get into the match and you know what? Let's go into it and then we'll take our closing commercial. Shane, what was your match and moment of tonight?
My match of the night, I'm gonna go with Pete Dunne and Trick Williams. It's always good to see Pete fight and to do his just doing those moves with the hands and the fingers and the elbows. It's just so gruesome to watch. I love it. Love it, love it. That's my match of the night. And my moment of the night, of course, is the betrayal of Wes Lee. Like that was like the most unbelievable moment, not only tonight, but it's like the top of like the most shocking moments that I've seen in all of NXT. So that is my match and unfortunately moment of the night.
My match of the night, I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna say it Joe versus Joe. Just because of the way the crowd was. They embraced Joe, they sung his song, and the fact that he's fighting a hard hitter in Joe Coffey. That's these guys are well seasoned. They performed. It was great. It was great on both ends, and then even the fact that when he tricked them with the chair, with the chair with the other Gallus members. That was Eddie Guerrero-esque and cool. And my moment of the night was the ending. That heel turn by Wes. Shocking. Jaw dropping. What's next for Wes? Let's see. And there you have it. That's my match and moment of the night. Right. Right. So you want to play the ending commercial or your surprise? Surprise commercial. Up to you. Or we want to close it up. Since we don't got Mundo here tonight, we got to find a way to close.
Yeah, I could play the special announcement and then play the closing. Yeah, we could do that. All right, here we go. What's good, everybody? It's me, your homie, Shane O'Mac. Guess what? Beginning Monday, August 19th, our Raw Recap show is coming to you live from YouTube Live. Just go to our YouTube page, with the name The Three Bells Podcast. Join in on the action. That's right, folks. Beginning August 19th, our Monday show will be on YouTube. So on the 19th, Mondays and Fridays will be on YouTube. But we will continue to be right here on stereo for our Tuesday NXT shows with Triple J and some PLEs.
Yes, sir. We're still here. We still here.
Yep. So, anything else before we play that? Press the button for the outro. Anything else?
I think we have everything covered tonight.
Cool.
Let's hit it.
Let's hit it.
Let's go home.
And that's the bell, folks. You've been listening to the Three Bells Podcast with your hosts, Triple J, Mundo, and Shane O'Mac, bringing the thunder from the ring straight to your speakers. But a conversation doesn't end here. Keep the conversation going in the comments and follow us on our socials to get the latest scoop on WWE events and behind-the-scenes action. Until next time, stay loud, stay proud, and above all, stay tuned for more hot takes, news, in the world of wrestling. Expect the unexpected. See you on the next show, the Three Bells Podcast.
Thank you, everybody. Shane, this has been a good one tonight. We ended Great American Bash, Part 2, 2024, on a great note. Kudos, shout outs to the NXT production crew, everybody. Their talent, everybody delivered. Penelope, Mars, Penny, Mundo, Lawan, everybody that stood here tonight to hear us talk NXT. We appreciate you. Bless y'all. And as Friday, Mundo will be back to host SmackDowns at 10:15 Friday. He's back from vacay, everybody. We see you, CEO. Arrive home safely, my buddy. Shane, take it away. Love you. Blessings.
Like Jay said, first off, thank you, Triple J, for giving us an awesome NXT Recap Tuesday night show. Shout out to you. And shout out to Mundo for listening to us for a while and leaving that message. Hopefully that you're doing okay, you and the family, and you arrive safe, sound, and we get to join each other and have fun for Friday, for our Friday SmackDown recap on YouTube. Can't wait to see you. Don't forget, you can catch us on our social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, of course, all under the name of the Three Bells Podcast. And we're even on Spotify. Man, we are growing. About to be all over the place. Yep. If there's anything else, that's it for me. It's me, your homie Shane O'Mac, coming to you live from the East New York section of the Three Bells Podcast table, reminding you to laugh hard and love harder. And good fight. Good night.
Yee.
And if Mundo was here, he would say, and as always, no yeet.
He wants to do what? No one wants to hear that splash in the podcast.